Hello all. Well, I'm going to do my first little prep chat check-in update thing. I'm going to find a name for it. Got you guys working on it on my story at the moment, so the name will come. But yeah, so 2 weeks into prep. So now 22 weeks out from my FMG show in April next year. So the first 2 weeks have been pretty good. We tried a couple of mini cuts. We did a couple of mini cuts earlier in the year, and noticed that my body was a bit slack on getting the memo and dropping the weight. So it was about 4 weeks before anything significant sort of happened on the scale. So we wanted to start this prep off sort of ASAP, and also like moderately aggressively, I guess. We're not cruising, we're not going crazy, but you know, we do want to try and get quite a bit, maybe a third to half of what I need to lose in total, lost before Christmas, if we can. So whatever we lose, whatever I lose before Christmas will kind of set the scene for the prep, for the rest of prep. So yeah, so far so good. We have dropped calories from my maintenance, and I'm not going to go into what my maintenance are or anything like that because it's relevant just to me. But we've gone into about a 600 calorie deficit from a nutrition perspective, and then also added in 2 cardio sessions a week for about 45 minutes. So, and they round up to about 300 calories each. So just to make that deficit a little bit bigger without taking food away. And yes, so far it's fine. Have not really had much hunger. There's been like a little bit, but it's nothing that I can't manage. So we had initially thought to break the prep into 3 blocks. So like a 7-week cut, a diet break, 8 week, with a diet break between those 8 weeks. I actually prefer just going. So once I've got that engine revved, I just like to continue. It actually is harder for me than to restart after a break. So what we're going to do is just have some refeeds sprinkled in there. So like Christmas, my birthday's actually at the end of December, so we'll have a refeed for that. And just just make it more reactive, which actually works better for me. I like to, if I'm in it, I'm in it. I'm ready, I'm cool, we're going, let's go. So I've had the same calories and targets. I've also got 12,000 steps a day, 4 litres of water, and I'm training 4 days a week. So 2 upper body, 2 lower body. Training's feeling good. I'm really enjoying it and loving the 4 days. But we started the deficit. It has not changed. I just got my sort of plan of attack for the next week, and everything's staying the same because we are seeing the drops that we're after. Yes. Bit of a relief, especially after those 2 mini cuts. Like, my body's just didn't want to budge. So we're off, we're running, we are here. And yeah, so I've got a metabolic sort of breathing test this week. A friend of mine from the gym has just brought out to Australia this sort of portable machine that does this. So I'll probably post on my stories while I'm going through that kind of experience, but that will be interesting to see and give some more data on my metabolic rate whilst at rest. And also going to jump on the bike and run it as well to see I don't know exactly how it works, but I'll keep you posted. What else? Oh yeah, the only difference was last week, because I was out Saturday night for my friend's 40th, and we went to a restaurant which had a tasting menu. So what we did last week, even though my calories were the same across the week as the prior week, we did lower this other days around Saturday, and then lifted the calories up for Saturday to just allow some more flexibility, and allow me to not have to just have like carrot sticks outside of the meals, outside of the dinner. So I was able to still sort of keep my usual meals, and just have a bigger budget for dinner, and just had to slightly pull down the rest of the week, which worked out really well. But this week we're going back to kind of the same calories across each day of the week. I don't have any high or low days. All my days are the same across the week. At the moment, who knows what might happen later. Other than that, so that's kind of just prep stuff. Like, I've had a bit of shit going on with my body. Like, I don't know if you've been looking at my stories, but I've had this thing going on with my eyes where it was an autoimmune response to a cold that I had a few weeks ago. So my body's just kind of attacked my eye, and I have inflammation back there, which has caused, it was flashing lights, and now it's just kind of dots, white dots. So if I looked at a book and closed my good eye, it looks like someone's put white out through a few words and letters all over the page. So it does flash when I change and go into different brightnesses of lights, and also then, pushing and holding my breath and bracing and everything during my set. So kind of at the end of the set, I do get a little bit of sort of vertigo, bit of head spinning, flashing lights. So I just need to take a breath. It doesn't go away when I close my eyes either. It's still they're still there. So that's been fun. And then just a little bit of rotator cuff tendonitis that I'm working through. It's actually quite a bit better today, but I think that came on from back squats, which are back in my program after like a couple of years at my request. I'm a fuckwit. So yes, I just think my shoulder mobility wasn't, in that position, wasn't quite liking it, but it's been all right. So I did back squats again today, and so far it hasn't hurt, but we'll see what tomorrow brings when I wake up. But other than that, body's feeling pretty good. I'm loving training, loving my food. I'm excited for prep. I'm gonna start posing practice this week as well. I have the time at the moment, so I just want to get onto everything while I can. Because you just never know what's going to happen. So taking advantage of that all. And yeah, I'll probably do an update every 2 to 3 weeks just on how things are going. But let me know, like, what do you want me to cover? What do you want to know about? Do you have any questions? Yeah. I'm fucking so excited. Like, I'm so ready for this prep, and to compete again. So yeah, it was a good year off, or year and a bit actually, because I last competed in August 2022. So yeah, gonna try and get back down to that weight, or hopefully I've built a bit of muscle since then. So I think now we've got like, what is it, maybe about 10 kilos to go now. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see as everything comes in. And already I'm looking back at photos from last prep and just how different my body is. Not necessarily, I can't tell how big, the size when I'm standing in the sort of same spot or whatever, but definitely the shape has changed. But yeah, it's so cool. So as we'll like peel back the layers as the weeks go on, but it's just the start. It's only 2 weeks. It's been pretty cruisy, which it should be at the beginning. If it's hard at the beginning, you're gonna be fucked by the end. So this is a good place to be, and we will just see how long it lasts and make adjustments as need be. But so far, so good. Happy with the progress, and yeah, catch you next time.